My car got cheesed Friday night.
The greatest shame has been brought upon you. You will never recover from this, no matter how many therapy sessions.
These toy tankers have the decals on upside down. My favorite kind of truck. A Knattleoi. I dug up an iPad in my yard that is either someone else's that is chock full of illegal content that the police were desperately trying to find years ago, or you are incredibly impressively forgetful. I took a picture of a bee today. Well, I hope you learn to give it back, you thief. No wonder they didn't see you take it. They're completely blinded by all the bee cocaine all over them. This spiral-shaped chimney. It'd be nice if the smoke also went up in a spiral shape, but wishful thinking. I have to wonder if the bricklayer for this job was excited for something new and different, or were just throwing their hat on the ground in frustration. My ADHD medication came with a fidget toy. I love how these companies are now just fully accepting their customers, though it does radiate the same energy to me as companies that offer pizza parties. Hey, maybe instead of spending money on these cheap plastic toys, you could just lower the price of your products.
No, look, toy, you want to buy us now.
My belt from the year I quit drinking. Ah, yes, the dreaded dent of shame. Just a comforting reminder that your bad habits are catching up to you. Last blockbuster. Oh, literally, not just talking about the last movie you saw. God, at this point, I hope they become big again. For how tedious streaming services are now, the pain in the booty hole that they are. How much better would it be to be in a world where you could just pay about $2 and get to watch any released movie whenever you want? I'd like to encourage this by telling you to go and support your local blockbuster, but, well, yeah. Found a station wagon full of bread. Oh, Jesus, someone's preparing for the apocalypse. Pretty risky to leave them out in the open like that, just clear in window view. You're just asking for someone to steal all your dough. Now, I'd like to assume this is something charity work-wise, but they don't have a license plate. So clearly, they're smuggling drugs in all that bread, which honestly, sickening. What a waste of resources. Where is this soup kitchen so I may make sure no one else can eat these? My roll of US quarters from the bank contained a Canadian quarter. Goddamn immigrants are even making their way into the currency. Also, depending on what the currency exchange is, I think technically the bank owes you money. Yeah, you've been robbed, boy. But okay, you could blame the bank for this, but this is technically a Canada coin. So it is also technically Canada's fault somehow. I don't know how, but let's just say it is. On the nukes, gentlemen. This bar has over $10,000 in dollar bills on the ceiling. So I'm not in the financial bracket that looks at this and says, oh, what a cool and cute little aesthetic to make the bar stand out. I'm in the financial bracket that thinks,
So, how many of these can I take before I get kicked out or it's considered theft? See, the trick isn't to try and take as much as possible, but just take as little as possible. Stop by the pub every afternoon. Grab the cheapest drink possible that won't arouse suspicion, and steal a casual $10 worth of notes on your way out for breakfast tomorrow.
My girlfriend gifted me some butthole cat-shaped cookies. If there's one thing my boyfriend likes to eat, it's... Yeah, but we know what I'm implying with that. I mean, did the whole part need to be so prominent too? There's literally depth to the... It's got depth. I don't know. These goldfish crackers came uncut. Oh, technically you're getting a whole extra sample of the crackers then. Congratulations. Considering how many crackers are in each bag though, you have to wonder just how much of these tasty crackers, like this middle bits, are just thrown out as waste. Do they get reused? Resampled? You could just sell them all in a bag as well. Call it the space in between. I mean, I'd buy it. It's a stupid gimmick, but I'd buy it. Cranes in my hometown all face the same direction because of heavy winds. Not gonna lie, I'm extremely disappointed these weren't actually bird cranes. But look, that would be a stupid thing to mistake it for considering we're talking about strong winds. I'm pretty certain cranes aren't susceptible to strong winds, you know, because they literally rely on it for transportation. My fingers have extra creases. I'm the one with the long thumb. Point of view, you just looked at your own hand to confirm how weird this is. That's right, I'm a psychic. Send me money to know about your future. I don't know what it might be, but I'm gonna say it's bad, so you feel compelled to out of fear. The top is addressed to my sister. The bottom is addressed to me, male. Same company, same credit card.
No annual fee. Build your credit history with the Discover It Student Cashback Card. With 0% intro APR on purchases.
Yeah, look at that, all pink and like confetti, a celebration of sorts. Yas Queen, go girl, party time indeed. And for you, little boy, we have black darkness. Get the Google Maps logo and just put it all over the place, but make it all black as well.
Look at the big number. That's technically a little number because it's no value. But look at that big number. Look here, kids. Look. Pay attention, boy. You have ADD, most of you.
Okay, do I get to build my own credit history with the discovery?
Shut up. No annual fee. That's all you get to know.
Dandelion seed in the wind dusted a perfect circle on my car window. Wow. What? How? Why did it do this? What was causing the motion for it to spin around like that and literally sweep around your entire window? I didn't know Mother Nature took up house cleaning. This is a whole new evolution. You can only drink booze on the streets in Melbourne, Australia during the daytime. You know what? This is an interesting tactic. Basically, if you want to be an alcoholic, you can do it. Just do it during the time of day where there's a lot of people to look at you and judge you more often. If you can't quell the issue with laws, quell it with public shaming. In all seriousness, I have no idea what the point of this does, because I feel like people who drink in public like this anyway, they're going to do it regardless. So, oh yes, restrict it to a certain time of the day. That'll stop it? The lid to my storage container gives my boiled eggs a smiley face.
Aw, he's so happy to see you. Best treat him with all the love as you throw him onto a hot surface and
Burn him alive until he is brown and black with pain.
These swirls on my elephant ear plant. Man, that is groovy. I am not at all a plant person, but I'd buy a plant like this just so I could see it in the sunlight. Man, that is so cool. I get to enjoy it for at least a week before I forget to water it for the 20,000th time in a row and it dies. Human-sized hammer just chilling in the woods. I'm sorry. Human-sized? I think you're basing your understanding of humans by all the men on Tinder who say they're definitely a certain height. I'm very confident this is at least 3 humans big, but also at least 1 me. Ladies, sunglasses have eye print. What the wait, that's a thing? How do you, what? Science? What? No, science, explain. Looks like that's a leftover print from the pads we put on uncut lenses to edge them. Kinda cool, you can see that. I have an albino gopher living in my yard.
He's so tiny and cute.
Its head bobs up in the air like a snake, but not in any threatening way. Instead you go, "Aww," instead of, "Ah!" Hail coming out of a toilet? Wait, what? Holy wow. Wow. Damn, that toilet really returns to sender. Hey kids, time for a snow day in the bathroom. Go on, have some fun, you deserve it. One headstone in the graveyard of the kirk in my town has completely worn through. Okay, so I'm really fascinated into how that happens. Has it got to do something with the climate there that caused it to erode like this, or is it just so old? Because I don't think I've ever seen a headstone do this. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't they not designed to last forever? Kind of a dodgy job to choose a type of rock material that is, not meant to last long. Green line around my lemon. It's like an avocado lemon burger. That would be a horrific type of burger. This lush apartment building I saw in Sri Lanka. I watched an interesting video about these type of buildings. Turns out the green buildings that prioritize the pretty large looking trees and not shrubs, they're actually a terrible idea. A lot of these plants require heavy soil, which is heavier weight, which requires more material to keep a hold of them. This makes these houses more expensive to live in and needing more material than usual to build these sort of apartments. Sure, it's still green, which is, a good step forward, but allegedly it's similar to someone throwing out their perfectly fine gas car to buy a brand new Tesla. Like, you've completely cancelled out any green effect you had. It looks cleaner, but the material cost and pollution is what people don't tend to consider. Smiley face moss. Mildly sinister. I don't know what you're talking about. When I see some moldy green fungal-looking stuff on a tree, of course I'm gonna go up and kiss it on its pretty little mouth. It's like my favorite family video game where everyone ran around giving each other kisses and hugs for many years. What was it called? The Last of Us, that's it. Mother of all McDonald's pickle has been found. That's no longer a pickle. That's a thickle. This house had a section power washed by mistake, but it looks like sunlight. Oh, damn. To know that is what it looks like when it's freshly paved. The years of accumulated sun damage and also dirt and grime. and things you probably don't want in contact with your bear's skin. This book I ordered 2 days ago on Amazon was printed 2 days ago. Well, you know what? It's nice they only print when it's in demand, you know? Rather that than just wasted product. My dog looks at me through reflections.
And it's a good boy for doing that. Look at you. Look at your ability of, what's it called? Object permanence. There it is. Good boy. Good object permanent dog.
The building that houses my therapist's office has a large portrait of Robin Williams. Hey, look, considering this man's life and his tragic end, I think it's extremely fitting to be aware of who he is and how he was and how, despite how great he seems to be, he wasn't. So, yeah. Love you, Robin Williams. Our swing set is still growing. It'll be a treehouse before you know it. As in, you'll probably have dementia by then and won't even know anything anymore because it'll be that long. My tomatoes sprouted internally and could only tell when I cut them open. Oh my god. That looks disgusting. It's like worms. I mean, you're certain they're sprouting, right? They're not just a bunch of dead maggots. My yogurts from the same brand have 2 different spellings of the brand's name. Wow, that's pretty cool. You managed to buy the product in between the process of them switching marketing teams. It's a shame yogurt doesn't price up in time like collectible cards. I saw a tractor pulling a camper with a smart car sandwiched in the middle. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the affordable millennial/Gen Z retirement dream. Because hey, it's not like you're going to afford a house anyway. I have not worn a watch for over 10 years, but you can still see where it used to be on my arm. It's like the friction over time has just burnt away any possible hair growth. But also a great educational reminder as to how long a tan can last on your body.
Remember to wear sunscreen, kids.
Found a stick that looks like a wizard staff. Okay, no, sir, ma'am, person, there is most certainly a wizard out there who has lost their stick, and they're coming for you. They've got an Apple AirTag shoved somewhere up in that thing, and they're coming. I hope you have some anti-magic defenses prepared. Oh boy, you're gonna get a lot of fireballs casted at you. Bathroom stall has excited face in woodwork. Never will you see someone more happier to see you poop.